Hello everyone! I have a empties for you today, so I hope this video isn't too long. It probably will be. I haven't always been confident in myself to like get empties every month. So I started, I did mine quarterly this year. So I waited January, February, March. I filmed one at the end of March. So now we're at the end of the second quarter, which is the end of June. And I know because I have to pay my estimated taxes at this time. So we're gonna jump in. I have it broken down into kind of, I'm gonna save makeup for last, and then skincare, but we'll start with kind of body stuff and miscellaneous stuff. Okay, so first thing we have here, I have a very large bag. I have a tea tree scrub that I got from, I think I picked it up at like Ross for a couple bucks. It took me a really long time to get through, and I actually really liked it. It smelled good. It felt kind of like tingly, cooly, like a minty kind of thing. I would totally buy it again, although right now I'm holding off because we're moving to Sweden and the less we pack the better. So maybe when I get over there I'll find some foot scrub substitute, because I actually really enjoyed, this is the first time I ever used a foot scrub and I would totally use one again. I also used a body scrub by Tree Hut, and this is the Brazilian nut smell. It smells so good. It smells so sweet. And like not my last one that I used up smelled like very fruity, almost candy-like, and this one smells very vanilla nut kind of fragrance. It smells really good. I use this especially for like fake tanning, or when my skin gets really dry and I just need something to like scrub myself down before I moisturize really well. I love that. I have a bottle of nail polish remover. I actually really don't wear nail polish a lot. Like, this is normally what my hands look like, but I do paint my toenails, so I'll use one up occasionally. I have a Degree dry spray deodorant, and I obviously picked this one up on clearance. This was like the first spray deodorant I tried. I don't really love the smell. I kind of prefer unscented deodorants, but I do really like that I feel dry. Like, it doesn't make me feel, I feel like I stay drier longer with a deodorant spray than I do like a deodorant solid. So I have another one now that I'm trying out from Dove, and I actually like it a lot too. I used up a Bath & Body Works soap. This was in Japanese Cherry Blossom. I prefer the foaming ones just because at the end, like, you can see that there's still a little bit on the side here. At the very end, it's so hard to get out that it's just not worth like the struggle, like having to unscrew the top. And no. I have an Equate Healthy Glow like gradual tanning lotion. Not my favorite. I actually really don't like the smell of these, but I used it up, so that's good. I have another thing that I picked up at Ross. This was the Palmer's Cocoa Butter kind of spray lotion, because like confession about myself, I hate putting lotion on my feet. I just hate it. So I thought, well, let me try this, and you can do that, but you still need to rub it in, so it was kind of pointless. But I love the smell of cocoa butter, and it's very actually hydrating, so it was pretty good. I probably wouldn't buy it in the aerosol format anymore. Alright, I have several Bath & Body Works things too. I have 3 lotions. Sorry, let me grab the lotions and just keep them together. 3 lotions. They all smelled great. This is Velvet Tuberose, Japanese Cherry Blossom, and Warm Vanilla Sugar. I really liked all 3 of them. I really like Bath & Body Works. It's kind of bad because I could go in there and spend way too much money, but trying not to again because we're moving. I have 2 shower gels, Warm Sugar Vanilla, Japanese Cherry Blossom. I will definitely buy more. I actually like trying out new scents too. So, and then the last thing in this little miscellaneous bag over here is tons of fragrances. So I used up a Flower Bomb knockoff perfume that I got from Big Lots for like $2. It really did smell good. It had like a way stronger like vanilla scent than I thought it would. But I enjoyed it, and it actually, for being like $2 or $3, it lasted pretty long, which I was kind of surprised about. It makes me want to try the real Flower Bomb because it really did smell very good. And then I used up a Rimmel London. This was really old. So, small story time for a second. This was the perfume that I bought when I went to prom with my husband, he wasn't my husband then. But when we were in high school, we met in high school and went to prom with him senior year. He went to a different school, and I remember like I like have this vague memory of like I was kind of panicking, like I need to smell nice and I don't have any perfume. And we didn't really have like a big place to shop at, and so I went to like Walgreens or CVS and I bought this, and I've held on to it for so long and like occasionally worn it because it brings back those memories. And I decided like I didn't want it to go bad, so I used it, and I do miss the smell already, but it was nice to use. I also have, let's see, like 4 Victoria's Secret sample perfumes that a friend gave me a long time ago, and they had just been sitting there. I actually don't even know the name of all of these, but this one was the Dream Angels Heavenly one, and it makes me actually curious to try more, like buy them myself and try the Victoria's Secret perfumes, because I really did like them too. And then I have, one random scent related thing. I use a lot of wallflowers. Like I don't normally put them in Empties, but I put this one in here because it smelled so good. This was like one of my favorite scents that I've ever tried, and my husband's favorite scent, and it's Mahogany Teakwood. And I don't know if you can only get it. I haven't been in like a while, so I can't remember if it's one of those ones that you can only get around Christmas time or something, but oh my goodness, if I see this again, I will buy almost enough for like half a year if I can. Okay, and then the last couple scent related products are 5 sample products that I used. I'm about to drop them in my lap. I have 2 Degree, like I didn't even know Degree made little body spray or perfume scents, but they had 2. They smelled like orange flower. Oh, sorry, I lied. That was the Clinique one. And Classic Romance. They were just body mists. They actually didn't smell that bad. I love getting little sample fragrances because it's just fun to try. I have a Clinique Happy. I remember this people going crazy for this in high school, and like now it's not that great. So I'm surprised that I don't like it, but I remember like I wanted that perfume so bad in high school, and my parents were like, "Are you crazy?" No. I have a Kate Spade New York. It smelled really, really good. I would probably pick up a full size of that one day, but again, not right now because we're moving to Sweden. Story of my life right now. I have a Michael Kors Sexy Ruby. Not my favorite. Alright, so that's kind of the miscellaneous fragrance body stuff. I have 2 hair products, which for me is a big deal because if you can tell, well, today it's not really a good hair day. It's really humid here in Georgia, so I've just been dealing with the humidity by going with it, leaning into it. And so and I have pretty thin hair, like my hair's very fine, and so it takes me I don't use a ton of product, and there's not a ton I can do with it. So again, I don't use a lot of products. So I have a conditioner here that I've used up, and actually I've learned, I used to be the kind of person that loved like the shave gel kind of stuff, but I stopped using shave gel so much, and I use conditioner to like shave my legs and stuff, and I like it, so that it's helping me use that up a little quicker. And then I also have a Dove dry shampoo. I like what this dry shampoo does. Like, it really does absorb my oil. Like, it's very effective for my hair, at least. But I hate the smell. It smells like deodorant. And I'm trying out another one right now from like the drugstores, like a Pantene one. But I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know if it does as good a job like I like. But it does smell way, way better. I wish they would just make an unscented one. Okay. Next up, we have skincare. I have a pack of makeup remover wipes. I picked these up from Big Lots. I really like the Big Lots brand stuff because these, a pack of 60 for $2. Like, I actually kind of don't use these much anymore. I have some of those microfiber cloths, but if I were to pick up more cleansing cloths, it would be from Big Lots. I have a CeraVe moisturizer. This is a PM moisturizer. I love this. I will definitely, I have it actually on the Amazon subscribe to just come and keep coming and keep coming because I love it. Although I have had a lot of samples because I bought one of those like skincare sample boxes right after the new year from Ulta. I bought like all of them when they did their skincare thing, and I've been trying to use up the samples in those boxes, so that's what you're gonna see a lot of here. So I'll just go through those actually. So I have a Juice Beauty. It's like a moisturizer. This felt great, but it smelled like, I don't know, it smelled like vitamin, like oranges or citrus, but it was like not a way that I typically like that scent, but it was not a way that I liked it. It reminded me of like a daily multivitamin like on your face all day, and it just smells like that all day. Like, the scent does not leave you. So for that reason, I wouldn't buy that again. I have, this was like a Derma E sample. I don't even know where I got that from. It was a micro dermabrasion scrub, and I was surprised by this because it actually had like a minty kind of, or like menthol kind of cooling sensation. I did really like that, surprisingly. Although I'm trying to think about getting more into chemical exfoliators instead of physical ones, because I've heard that the physical ones are rough on your skin, and my skin is not the best. I'm a very sun damaged person. I have a First Aid beauty cream. I was pretty impressed by this. It was very moisturizing. I actually would pick it up if I saw it on sale. I have two Murad. They're the same product, but they're in two different packaging kind of situations. They're the Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture, and I very much liked both of these. It's one of those things where I'm looking down at my screen to see how much they actually cost. I kind of did like a little, yeah, these little samples were like worth $11. That's ridiculous. So like, this product in a full size, I would never be able to afford, even though I really liked it. That's just kind of ridiculous. I have a Philosophy Hope in a Jar. I wasn't that impressed by this, but it was good. It was, I mean, it did the job. I have a Strivectin wrinkle cream, and I think I used up one of these in my previous Empties video back in March. Again, from what I can tell, it's not something so crazy like effective, but it's a fun step. That's a sad remark. I have a Good All Moisture Barrier cream. I really like this. So I think my preference is I tend to like moisturizers that are more gel based and not cream based. Even though I like some of them, I just prefer the gel based. And this was definitely a gel based formula. I loved it. I'm on the hunt for at TJ Maxx or places that put these on sale. I will pick this up so quick. I have a Perricone MD face finishing moisturizer, and again, this little sample was like $8.63, so the full size is gonna be way out of my budget because this CeraVe is like 13 or 14 bucks for 3 ounces versus the typical size of a moisturizer is like 1 ounce. Like I'm gonna spend the same price that I would pay for some of these samples on 3 ounces any day of the week. I have an Algenist eye cream. Okay, this one is ridiculous. I don't remember anything about it being outstanding, like it's just a typical eye cream. But let me look at this. The price for just this little 7 milliliter, how many ounces? 0.23 ounce fluid ounces. The price of just this is $31.28. Are you kidding me? No, that's crazy. It's crazy. My husband gave me like a crazy look. I would never, ever, 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 ever pay that for an eye cream, much less a sample size. That's ridiculous. And then I have, this is turning into a rant video. I have 2 Ordinary products. I tried them, or I did an order from them sometime last year because I was intrigued by, you know, this. It seems like they're very upfront. They have very few ingredients, and I kind of like not having like a list of ingredients like this long on a screen or on a container that you can't pronounce half of. So I placed an order and got a couple things. And so I used up the argireline solution, and this was what I think Wayne Goss talked about it. It's like supposed to help prevent wrinkles mostly. Well, I don't really think it did that, but I did enjoy the slip of it and like the way it absorbed into my skin. So in the future, I would definitely buy that again. However, this one, which you might have saw if you watched my project pan that dropped 10 before summer, this is the moisturizer. I don't think I would buy this again because it's very nice and it is very hydrating. It's a thick cream, so it felt nice to put on at night, but I went through it really fast. So I think I'd rather, again, stick to my CeraVe that lasts me a little bit longer. I also have a moisturizer. This is the Australian Gold. Not a moisturizer. This is a sunscreen. And I love this sunscreen. It's a tinted, so it doesn't go on white. It doesn't give you like that white cast. It does feel a little drying, but for me, that's good because I tend to be very oily. So I don't mind feeling like it's making me a little more matte during the day. So I have this on one of those kind of backup things. Like I will always use this 50 SPF. I've learned my lesson. I don't ever, if I could go back and slap some sense into myself back in the day, laying in tanning beds and playing outside all the time without sunscreen on, I would. So I'm not gonna make that mistake anymore. I'm gonna keep this in my rotation on a daily basis. And then not my last. This is one more skin product. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray. You might have saw this also in my project pan. Finished it up today actually, even though I can just see just a little bit, but it's not gonna spray out. I like these. I would probably buy them again. I also make my own facial sprays sometimes too. The last thing in my skincare, I know it's been a while and we're like at least 15 minutes, probably more into this video already. I heard about this service through there's a lady, her name's Angie, and her channel's named Hot and Flashy. And I love her skincare related videos because she does her research. I'll try to remember to link her in the description box. She tried a service called Curology, and so you get your first month free or something like that, which I did get. This bottle was technically free, but you fill out like a little profile about yourself, and a dermatologist takes that information and recommends a specific combination for you. So mine has the tretinoin, which is Retin-A. hope I said that right, vitamin C and niacinamide, because my biggest problem areas are I have bad wrinkles because of sun damage, and I have large pores again because of sun damage. And so I've been using this, and I've noticed that I haven't had nearly as many breakouts, and I do think that my skin looks like it has a little bit more life to it versus in the past. Like, yeah, it's just looked even worse. And again, like, if I could go back and correct all of that sun damage, I would, but I'm hooked on this service. I'm already on my second bottle, which is way bigger because I did the, like, you get 2 months at a time. I love it. My husband also used, he filled out a profile for himself, and his prescription is completely different than mine, which I was so impressed with, because he's got different issues than my skin does. And his skin's looking really, really good. We've been doing it for about 3 months now, and I really like it. Like, so if you haven't checked out Curology, I highly recommend that you do. All right, last but certainly not least, a thumbs up if you're still with me. I have makeup, and I have a lot of makeup. Empties, which I'm pretty excited about. I have a couple like little silly things, like a sample of the Bare Minerals powder. I counted it like as like a couple pennies or something in the cost. It doesn't really count. And the NARS Orgasm Blush. Use those up. I wish that they gave you a little bit more, because you don't really get a sense of if the product's any good from like that little thing. And then I have an e.l.f. like, this is their facial spray. This is, yeah, the makeup mist and set. This is like $4, I believe. It's not my favorite. Yeah, $4 for like 1 ounce of water or 2 ounces of water. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I wouldn't repurchase. It doesn't, like, it smells nice, but I don't really think it does anything other than that. I have a couple pairs of lashes here. I have an Ulta Beauty set that I bought like a Christmas or two ago. The lash glue is still in there because I trust my Ardell lash glue, and that's about it. So then I have another little Ardell lash right here, and a Lily lash that I picked up from TJ Maxx for $7.99. The lashes aren't in there, but the box is so nice. And I looked these up, and from what I can tell, they sell for about $30 at Sephora. So the fact that I got them for $8, I do think you get a ton of wears out of this. And I honestly, I probably could have gotten a couple more wears from this lash, except for I made the mistake and like cleaned them with the wrong thing, and they kind of fell apart on me. So I'm gonna be very careful with how I treat my future ones, because I bought, whenever I see these at TJ Maxx, I just grab all of them that I can, and I will take much better care of them in the future. This was like the first high-end lash I've ever had, and so I now kind of learned my lesson about, like, you really do have to treat these very nice. Where my Ardells, you know, I don't care. I paid like $2 or $3 for them. I don't really care if I only get like 5 wears out of them. I'll throw them away. It doesn't matter. Anyways, going back to products, I have a vitamin E facial mist that I got while I was in Scotland, and this is from Superdrug there. And I like it. I like the bottle. I actually think I might keep the bottle and make my own spray for a little bit. And then I have a lot of these products probably look very familiar. Again, if you've seen my Project Pan, I have a Revlon eyeliner. It was a black color stay eyeliner. Nothing impressive. Actually, it was kind of dry. I wouldn't recommend it. I have a Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And I like this concealer. At first I did not like it because it is a little bit more drying, but I learned how to layer it with other concealers that tended to crease on me, and when I layered them, it didn't really happen that bad. So that was nice. I have a Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations I've ever tried. I really enjoy trying new foundations. So I don't typically buy backups of foundations because my mentality is, well, I'll just try something else new. There's always something new to try. This is one of the very few foundations that I've bought a backup of. I have not opened it, but I have a backup of it because I love it. It is nice. It makes my skin, my very weird, wrinkly skin, it makes it look pretty nice. I really like it. I have 2 Baby Lips lip balms. Lip balms. And I will not buy these ever again because now that I've worn them, they dry my lips out. Like, they're not that great. I think before I kept them around just because it was a product, but once I started really getting more into things, I realized things that I really like and don't like, and that would be one of the ones that I'm like, why did I wear those for so long? Because they suck. I have 2 Estee Lauder eyeshadows. The packaging's broke. These were very sentimental and very old. I probably got these honestly during high school or early college years from my great aunt, who was like my grandmother, and I just couldn't let go of them, and recently decided I had to get rid of them. I need to use them. She spent an obscene amount of money on these things. I remember they were like $20 an eyeshadow or something, and I remember thinking, what? And so I used them up in my project pan. I used them as highlighters, and I very much enjoyed it. But they, in the grand scheme of things, eyeshadow wise, they're not that impressive, so I wouldn't go back. I don't really have an urge to try Estee Lauder eyeshadows. Oh, I forgot another pair of foam ink lashes from Ardell. They're upside down. And I tend to like wispy lashes, although these today, don't judge my lash game today. I just grabbed the first ones I saw, and they were very flimsy and long, and this will be the last time I wear these today. I have a Benefit They're Real sample mascara. Used it up. I really like these little plastic ones. I know they're not everybody's jam, but focus. Do it. There we go. I like them. I actually like this mascara a lot, and I would buy it if it like went on like a 21 day of beauty sale. I have a CoverGirl clean press powder that I used up. Just a basic powder. It did the job. I'm interested to try ones from like Wet n Wild and things like that before I go back to. I have another CoverGirl powder, press powder already that I need to use up, but eventually I want to try some other powders. I have a Ulta lip scrub, and it was a sugar lip scrub. It's all marked up because, again, it was in my project pan. I used it up. This was my first lip scrub that I really ever tried. I enjoyed it, but I actually want to just try different formats. Like I have just starting on the e.l.f. The tube format. It's a little bit more firm. So yeah, I'm just going to keep trying them and see what I like. And then the last makeup item here took me forever to use up. This is Benefit's Posy Tint, and it took freaking forever to use up. It's never gonna focus on that little thing. But it actually, I don't think I would pay what Benefit charges for the full size of this. Plus, I'm not confident. This a little bit goes a long way. And I would rather maybe try some other products before I would go buy something like this again. Right now I'm using an Ulta lipstick as a cream blush, and I'm really enjoying it. But basically this I do have a big thank you to, because it made me try cream blushes again, and I really like cream blushes. So that is, I think we're like pretty much about 30 minutes in at this point. And that is everything. That is my second quarter of Empties. And I just want to throw out the number here. I used up $463.80. So yes, I'm very proud of all the product that I've used up, and I am looking forward to see what the end of this year will bring, although it might slow down with the fact that we're moving. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to. I'd love to meet you, and don't be afraid to say hello in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye.